Welcome to our review of Season 3, Episode 8 of The Strain.
Also known as How to Give Alexandra a Heart Attack.
There were a couple times during this episode where we were like, don't do it, show. Don't do it, show.
I had my blanket over my head, and it wasn't because I was scared, it was because I just didn't want to see things. It wasn't driven out of fear, it was driven out of, if I don't see it, it doesn't happen.
A couple times where she's like, is it safe? And I'm like, no.
Most of them revolved around Angel.
He was the big one this episode. Yeah. There was just so many points where you're like, I could see this going horrifically.
So the episode opens with Eichhorst at his blood bank factory meat purposing packaging place, which, you know, we finally get to see after the big reveal of it at the last season. And they're running a test and they're using a dummy, and the dummy is full of sand and it weighs about the same as an average American. And Eichhorst is like, that's not an accurate test. And they're like, why? And he's like, because it won't flail. And he just picks up the nameless assistant, hooks him on the hook, and it's like, run the test!
Guy's just like, holy shit, that just fucking happened, okay.
And so then they just like suck this dude dry. Because that's what we are, we're cattle.
And you're like, is anybody ever going to find out about the secret meat factory? Because I am so sick of sitting on the secret, guys.
And then you think about the people who are, like, the humans who are putting together this magical meat factory. What are they gonna get out of it? They're not gonna get anything out of it, because as soon as the vampires play their trump card and they take over the world and blah blah blah, you're just gonna get eaten too.
You're is worth about as much as the assistant who just got put on the hook.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you had power in pre-vampire world, vampire apocalypse, you're just another meat suit like we are.
They're not keeping you around for anything other than breeding purposes, and that's not as fun as it sounds.
Angel, the gunshot wound is finally dealt with. It's infected, so Gus brings him to one of Palmer's freedom centers, and Gus is just like, I really don't like it here. This place gives me the creeps. Why do they need all this information? Why do they need our fingerprints? What's going on?
He's like, I need to get out of here. Like, you deal with this and come find me later. Meanwhile, we're getting like a couple of flashbacks to Gus's past where you're seeing him and his relationship with his mother, where, you know, he and his mother were battered by Gus's father, and Gus's uncle and friend come, and is it implied that they killed him?
It's implied that they killed the father.
Yeah. Like, you could take it as they ran him out of town, but they probably just ran him into the ground.
And it's just like, you need to grow up and protect your mother.
Be the man of the house. And so that's kind of where he got this obsession with, like, you know, taking care of his family, and that's why he kind of feels such strong ties to her, even though she's a vampire now. And
so he goes back to the house and he cleans it up, and you're just like, this is not going to end well. Because, I mean, the last time we saw his mother, they were like the cleanup team, and you're like, there's no way she can get away. Yeah, she got away. And so Angel goes and he's like, oh, you're such a mama's boy, and like sits down, pops some pills, and falls asleep on the couch. And he wakes up to Gus's mother standing over him, and this is where I'm just like, I can't watch this because Angel is like so much better and more pure than everyone else in this show. And if you kill him, I'm done. And so Gus kills his mother because he sees Angel's about to be turned, and he shoots her, and like, yeah.
And you've got this moment like, is everything okay? Did everybody actually come out of that all right? You're kidding me. I thought he was a goner for sure.
And so you're riding this kind of high, and you ride it right into the next scene, and it's just, yeah.
The thing we didn't want to happen happened.
Dutch and F are playing around with the master's voice, and they set up all these speakers, and they plug in the black box, and they listen to the audio, and like, they get to the master's voice, and Dutch gets knocked on her ass.
Creates this big like screeching noise, and you know, the room starts to shake, and F for some reason has forgotten that to turn speakers off, all you have to do is unplug the thing from the computer, like a moron. So he's like, how do I shut this off?
I don't understand technology. I didn't spend the last how many years of my life working at the CDC with access to cutting technology, and like,
you know, he finally fucking figures out there's a plug.
And so he nurses Dutch back to health, and then she kind of comes upstairs and
comes on to him,
and he says no at first, and I'm just like, yes, F.
He didn't say no, he just said no threesomes, thanks.
Oh, but I'm just like, yes, F, just this one thing. I've been hating on you for so long, just give me this one thing. Redeem yourself in this one thing, and nope. And I was like waiting for Fett to walk in on them, and just Fett being like, I am so done with you.
Can there be one woman on this show that he does not sleep
I know,
with?
right?
Like, one. I liked them as, like, a pair that had platonic feelings for each other.
Yes.
That was lovely. So yeah, that was the other thing we really did not want to happen, and that happened. But of the two, I will take that one.
Yeah, if that's what we had to deal with for Angel to live, I guess I'm okay with it.
Thank God you put it in the same episode, otherwise we'd be going on and on about this forever.
Eldritch meets up with Fett and Strachan and is just like, okay, I've tracked the thing. This is the guy who cleared the thing. This is where the guy lives and want to go on an adventure. I got you things. They're like, we're not going with you. Go back and keep digging. Palmer gets so uppity about it. And Strachan is just like, hey, if you want your next dose of the light, don't mess with me. And so they go and they talk to Quinlan about it. And it's like, so, Mr. Quinlan, you know that big scene you made a while back about you'd never go back and talk to the other masters? Well, can you go talk to the other masters? Follows this part and he goes, and the guy, their like replacement folksy, is just like, the last time you said you were here, you said you'd never come back, and he's just like, much has changed. We are all screwed.
Poor baby.
So he's like, okay, I have a plan. I'll be back here at this time and we'll discuss the plan.
That results in Icorst kind of putting together his plan to find the three masters, because he knows they've been in town, so he's been kind of tracking their soldiers to see where they pick up food and where they go.
Squad.
Yeah, and so Icorst launches his ginormous plan to take down the three masters, and you know.
I like it because the masters are like, you have betrayed us, and Quinlan's like, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not my fight. I'm not supposed to be here. Icorst shows up with like a bunch, like hundreds, and he's like in the lead, like fully made up in his Icorst face paint. He needs his face on, and the master is speaking through him, and we're just looking at each other. He's like, this is the best day of his life. He's so happy. Like, this is all he wants. He wants to be the master's new meat suit, and this is as close as he's gonna get.
So Icorst brings in like a whole bunch of vampires, and he pieces out after dropping a briefcase.
Which is like, it's a bomb.
Quinlan takes out some
serious... Oh god, okay. The choreography in that entire fight scene was great.
It was beautiful. Some of it was like slow motion, so you really got to see all like the actions and like body parts were flying.
The focus on like tracking on Quinlan's movements was cool. Think about the 300.
Yeah.
But classier.
Yeah, because the way they had it set back, it was like almost like a silhouette too.
Yeah.
Like you had like a very like bright spot on the front of him, and then the rest kind of blended in with the background. Oh, it was beautiful.
So he's trying to fight his way out, and then the masters are just all like kind of like chilling there like this.
They're doing their
and then
thing.
The vampires are making their way through the daylighters, and finally the masters are like, okay, and they just start swiping at the...
They practically set up a course line.
Yeah,
They're
it's just like, I will hit him.
You grab his head.
And then you rip off his bottom.
Assembly line.
Icorst gets his like awesome moment where like he's standing there and you see the building explode in the background and he's just like, fuck, I just did that. I hope Quinlan got out.
He got out. Listen.
Oh my god, of Quinlan. What I want is the next episode to start with Icorst just like, yeah, I did that. And Quinlan popping out and just like taking it back.
And then, of course, you have Strachan and Fett's little adventure into Shootout Land.
They go to the meatpacking district.
And they're like, oh, look, I see the box and it's being loaded into an armored truck.
My favorite part of that entire scene was when they walked into the packaging
oh my god
section and just the devastation on Strachan's face. Just turning to the guy, and it's just like, hey, we've already lost, I'm just doing my job. And he's like, how many people have just used that to justify genocide? And I'm just like, oh shit.
They see the truck driving away, and Icorst is in the truck like, ah, bye guys.
And we had a discussion, it's just like, how come he can be outside in the daylight? And I'm like, it's because he's probably wearing like an inch thick of concealer. It's not his skin at this point. It's just like pasted on.
It's a makeup suit.
Yeah, oh gosh.
So the truck gets away and they have no idea kind of where it went. They do have the name of the guy who's been helping build the slaughterhouse, but they're gonna have to track him down.
There are 100 slaughterhouses in North America. I just want to know which poor bastard got sent up to the Yukon.
There's no point. They wouldn't bother. The amount of volume.
Well, it would just be one of those, we will head north because it's unpopulated and it's just like, hey, we're waiting for you.
So all in all, productive episode.
Stressful.
Yeah, that's mainly what it was. I mean, not a lot happened, but
Stress.
yeah. Only 2 more left, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do with ourselves after this.
Cry.
So we will talk to you guys next time and see you later.